Hi, Scott Orlin with Cinema-Magazin, the Sundance Film Festival 2021. One of the premiere films that's showcasing here is a movie called Mother Schmuckers. And I'm here with the writers and director, Lenny and Harpo Guit. Congratulations, guys. Talk a little bit about what it means to have your film at Sundance.
It's crazy to have our film at Sundance. It's crazy because we did it not thinking about all of this, and now we are in one of the biggest festivals, and it's absolutely incredible.
But sadly, you're not there to appreciate the aesthetics of it. Is it weird showcasing a movie from a distance?
What? Sorry.
Is it strange showcasing a movie while you're in Europe and they're in Park City?
Yes, it's a little strange, but it's kind of the new era, so we have to accept it, and we can watch the film in family and do all this thing by Zoom, and it's a new way.
I want to ask you, obviously throughout history there have been other sibling combinations, the Wachowskis, the Coens. How interesting is it as brothers to work together on a film?
It's a very cool experience. We love working together, so it's the
best thing. We can share everything. We can talk about everything and have always somebody on our side to think to.
Well, obviously this story, as it evolves, is about two brothers. So yeah. How much of your own life seeped into the creation of this story?
All of it is real. It's our life.
It's a documentary.
That's scary.
No, because the dog is still alive.
Well, that's a good thing. So you used your actual dog?
Yeah, it's our actual dog.
But talk about the whole man-child experience, because for a lot of guys, making that transition into adulthood is a very complicated endeavor. So what were you kind of exploring in this story about these two guys that just don't seem to want to mature?
Yeah, we love the film about child comportment in adult life, like Step Brother or film like that, and we wanted to explore that, and it's always a funny situations to confront characters like that to adult society, adult experience.
But it's interesting, the whole concept with your mother, how she is like the authority figure, but yet her occupation is quite interesting. What made you want to place her in that environment?
Because we were looking for to depaint some kind of person that their life is tough. So it was kind of the toughest job, and her being that explained lots of things about them, about how they live, how they act, how their responsibility, things like that.
And two, when I started watching the movie, I felt a nostalgic throwback to these 1970s exploitation films. It just kind of had the aesthetic, the vibe, the visuals of that. Was that a frame of reference for you guys at all?
Yes, we are big fan of this era of cinema in the States and also in France and in Italy. It's like the best mood of pictures where everything is like anti-hero and sadness, but it's kind of good and always bitter.
And I noticed, Harpo, you have more of an acting part in this movie. Lenny, did you not want to get in front of the camera as much?
I lost at Head and Tails, so I couldn't act in it.
What was that? I'm sorry.
I lost at a game of Heads and Tails.
Was that how you decided who was going to get in the movie?
No, he did it well. He's an actor, so it was natural to.
I did a casting to myself, and then I watched and I said, "Okay, you got the goods."
Talk about your own beginnings as filmmakers. What was the kind of the moment where you decided you wanted to express yourself creatively through this medium?
When we were teenagers, we wanted to do films, so we began to do films with our friends with no money, and it was a real pleasure, so we continued to do it, and it was natural for us to try to do a long feature, and we had the chance to have
money from the Federation of Belgium, and so we went for it, and even with little money, we were so happy to do this movie.
Talk a little bit about the film industry in Belgium. How supportive, you just said they gave you money, so that's obviously, but is there an environment where young filmmakers such as yourself, creative talent, are able to see a future?
Yes, because in fact, that was a new help from the Federation. It was like a help special for newcomers and new first movies. So every year there are like 4 projects who have this help, and so many people can hope to make movies.
I want to kind of break down some of the humor in your film, because you have a spectrum of stuff that's quite sophisticated to stuff that is quite childish, and it borders on the line of, is it offensive or not? How careful of a line do you walk? Are you trying to push boundaries?
We try to always take the things, even if it's a dark subject, on the light on
the humoristic side. We want to see everything, even the darkest things, how it can be funny, and how we can see it through the eyes of the character in a funny way. So they travel around all of these crazy situations, but always with their childish comportment. It's funny. We hope it's funny.
So what do you hope is next for you? I mean, do you already have another film?
We try to write another film, yes, and we hope to do a second film very soon.
And just a last question for you. Who have been your creative inspirations? Are there other filmmakers that you have leaned on or at least admired?
Yes, we love the Farrelly brothers. We love
Jean-Yann in France, and we love in Italy Monicelli, Pasolini.
Well, it's a mix of many references.
Many inspiration.
Mm-hmm. Well, merci beaucoup. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Congratulations on the Sundance Film Festival. And Lenny, Harpo, this is Scott. Till next time.
Yeah. Merci à vous.
Thank you.